What's up, guys? BTBS here, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast. So, yes, I'm still in my single-player world. I know a lot of you want me to continue with my multiplayer world, like my server, but right now, with the internet problems I'm having, it's just... oh, it's horrible. It's like playing... I basically get like 1 FPS the entire time and can't open chests and then get booted from the server before I can accomplish anything. And it's night time, so let me just sleep away the night here quickly. Come on, night time, off you fuck. There we go. So, the last 3 episodes, the Fueling the Nation set, I think I got quite a lot of awesome stuff done around the base. I didn't show you guys this. I added another bank of lava engines here, and I'm currently running 3 max-sized, max-power quarries, and with the good backlog of energy I already have, I generally don't lose too much. So yes, I have been doing some changes around the base. I sorted this out a little bit. I've just got a bunch of relays on top of there, and I currently have 16 stacks of UU matter, and that's GregTech matter. That's hard matter. That's not the industrial craft. Oh, here you go. Give me 1 EU and you can have a stack of it. This is the GregTech 10 million EU per fucking UU matter. So yeah, I've been making a couple of changes around the base. For one, this is no longer a thing anymore, and you may notice there's an item tesseract here. What I did was I wasn't happy with the speed at which the items were being pulled out of my treasure ender chest, so I came down here and I added in a new system. It's 4 electrical engines all pumping, so I can get the maximum items out of there in really quick time. Every time they pump, they just pull 4 stacks of items basically, and then it puts it straight into the ender chest. And because ender chest basically works like a teleport pipe, the second it goes, the ender chest, no, the item tesseract puts it straight into the item tesseract, and because that works like a teleport pipe, the items come out here, and this isn't a valid inventory. It just wants to think it is. I just broke this so that it wouldn't connect because I wanted more gold pipe, and so it comes down and then it just shoots along into the sorting system as normal. I changed this up a little bit, so basically anything that does reach here will be voided, and like I've said before, I don't really care about the scrap right now. Got more scrap than I need, more scrap than I can handle, and I wanted to show you guys the upgrades I made to my Zirconium tank. Okay, let's put some of this away. Yeah, that'll do for now. So, this little system over here that I built, hello, which is 3 water buckets and a red cobblestone, and I actually upgraded it. So right now, it's running at such a high capacity that it almost never runs out of, what do you call it, water. So all I have to do is stick my red cobble in here, and you'll see it disappearing very, very quickly, and then clay being pumped into my system from there. So let's just put a few more red cobble in here. And I tested this, and 2 full inventories. See, the water is draining, but extremely slowly. What I've basically done is used about 2 stacks of Zirconium water blocks. So there's those blocks just there on the top of Zirconium water. Once it's done processing this order, I will show you how I built it. So you see it burns through these really quick, and these very slowly lose water. Basically 2 entire ender chests full of red rock cobble will give you just about enough to empty the water tanks out. But then as soon as they do empty, they fill up extremely fast, as you just saw there. So if I can just pull this one apart quickly here. So if you see what I've done, I've added a lot more valves. There is valves fucking everywhere, and each valve has some, let's see, let me just get rid of this water out of this bucket so I can put it back in the system easily. Each valve has Zirconium water on it, and these valves along here have Zirconium water in, like, on them, which make up the tank as well. So not only can you use these to put water in, you can use them to make the tank wall. So if you look just under here, there's another Zirconium water block right there. So these valves have 2 zirconium water on them, which means they get twice the amount of water in. And I have really become a fan of the infinite free water. It's just so nice. And I do realise I just pronounced water like 19 different ways. And I do that in my videos sometimes. I pronounce one word, but I have to say it a lot of times, and I end up saying it so many different ways that it just pisses people off. All I have to say is don't hate me. You know you love me, really. I gotta put that back in there. So yeah, this system just takes red rock, and it has already produced, what's that, 12,000 clay balls and another 34,000, so 46,000 clay balls. I mean, I don't have that much of a use for clay, but I like it, so I'm happy with that. Let's see, what did I do? I hooked back up my oil processing system, so my oil is now being processed, and my automatic oil system over here is still working perfectly, and the timer is not at all like responsible for any lag or anything, because it's just so inoften, so it's only every once in a while, so it doesn't really make any difference. And this system is working like a dream. I accidentally forgot to turn, I think it was this one, to redstone signal off, energy pulsar. So I just noticed that the oven was off, and I was like, oh, that's strange. Why is that? And I went and looked, and that was why. So everything is working perfectly now. Into nuclear, I have been collecting my near depleted uranium cells and making re-enriched ones. And this is a nice reactor mechanic that is quite important to know about for 2 reasons. One, so when a cell, plutonium, thorium or uranium, decays and dies off inside the reactor, there's a chance of you getting a depleted isotope. No, not depleted isotope. You get one of these guys. You get a near depleted uranium cell. You can also just make these. No, what did I do? There we go. You can just make one with empty cells and refined uranium. So you get 8 of those, or you can spin out re-enriched uranium to get more of these, which isn't a bad deal, you know. But these are basically depleted uranium cells. It's the uranium has been burnt out of them. So what you do is you mix them with some coal dust, and that gives you the depleted isotope cell. And the depleted isotope cell needs to be warmed up with nuclear reaction to fill back up. So what I've done here is I've taken my my standard setup, which was just like 4 uranium cells. I need to upgrade the system to get the ridiculous overpowered one, but I won't do that just yet. Still worried about explosions. So I've taken my 2 of my normal uranium cells out and replaced them with depleted isotope cells, and you'll see every time the uranium ticks, the depleted isotope cell ticks as well. And as this goes down, they release heat, and these absorb the heat. I'm not sure if they absorb it in terms of reactor, but they use the heat to charge themselves up. And once they charge, you get yourself a re-enriched uranium cell. And if you just look at these, you can mix them with coal dust, and that gets you a fresh, shiny, new, pure uranium cell, of which you can do whatever you want. But the most important thing is for us GregTech players. Greg has nerfed the nuke significantly and ridiculously. It now takes not only 18 uranium in the form of 2 blocks, but 2 advanced circuits and an advanced machine block, and 4 re-enriched uranium cells. So you can't just think, oh, I'm never going to make a nuke, nukes are boring, and I'm not going to make a nuclear reactor, you know, because this nuclear reactor doesn't produce that much energy for me. It's more just something that's interesting and fun to build. So I built it. But I also need it to make nukes, and I want nukes. I want so many nukes. So I added in a new bank of things right here. This was my auto centrifuging system, and right here I've added in a bank of electrolyzers, industrial electrolyzers to be specific, and I still have not updated the top. So basically it's the same as the other one, but I like the way it looks, having a whole bunch of relays. And oh, these are all full of ruby dust. Nice. I was wondering where all my ruby dust went. That would be why I put it in there to trick myself. Very nice. Very smart, me. Very smart. Thank you. So all I need to do is add a bunch of item tesseracts on the top here, and then these item tesseracts here are going to be part of a system which I'm going to be putting together in another episode, which is going to be an automatic cell making system. So it will make empty cells, and these will put them into the relays. The relays will fire them up into the bottom of the electrolyzer here, and it's going to be another automated system just like I have over here. And I also have room for expansion. I'm considering adding a couple of other systems. Like I want infinite free copper, and infinite free tin, and infinite free electrum, and infinite free tungsten. I don't really want the tungsten's just a byproduct, but all of those things come from the very simple lava centrifuging system. And you guys have seen my lava centrifuging system before. Right now it's just a couple of industrial centrifuges which run permanently over here, and they just produce lava, tin, electrum and tungsten. I come along every once in a while and steal the resources. That's why there's not much in there, and there's very varying amounts. Also should probably upgrade that auto crafting table, because that's just stupid when I have fabricators. But yes, I'm thinking of building a much bigger one of these, maybe 64, running all at once, just because I love building things in 64s. Now, I have just talked for an entire day. Let me show you some other things. I built a disposal system up here, because, you know, sometimes just knowing that you've destroyed items isn't good enough. You have to watch them burn. So this is my my little bit where I can watch various things I don't want burn. Diamond chest, filter with no filter, and a timer set to minimum time, and it just ticks, chucks all the stuff out of the box, chucks it straight into the lava, gets rid of it. And this is because I've started doing a lot more manual mining recently, because it's a lot of fun. Oh, my yeah, I thought as much. I should probably turn those on and turn that off for a second. Yes. And the other thing I built over here is a rich slag system. So for those of you who know thermal expansion, yes, it is thermal expansion, yes. Every time you induction smelt a normal ore, you not only get 2 of its particulates, so you know, one aluminium ore gets you 2 aluminium, but it costs the sand as well. But you also have a small chance of getting rich slag, and rich slag, if used as the catalyst instead of sand, can turn the ore into a triple output. So, you know, you can get 3 times whatever you want for it. And this used to be an amazing system for, what's the uses? Used to be an amazing system for platinum, because you could do it with platinum, and you just have infinite iridium basically. But then that got nerfed because, of course, it was a little OP. I mean, you can just cook the sheldonite into platinum, but you can industrially grind it the same way, and it doesn't really cost anything expensive. So I've got a very simple system here. I actually turned this induction smelt around because I wanted the barrel of rich slag so that I could see it. You have a barrel of sand and a barrel of whichever thing you're going to be like induction smelting. A timer right here hooked up to the redstone pipe network. Did I turn that off? I did. I just felt a little bit frame rate lossy. Anyway, yeah, these are hooked up to the redstone pneumatic pipe, which powers this. So if I just tick it quickly, you'll see both of them got power. And then I just set a backlog system, because if a filter gets an item inside it, it uses that item as its filter, so it will only take that much of that item. And I just think it just looks kind of cool as well. Okay. But yes, when the item fails to go in the induction smelter, it just goes straight back up into the top of the barrel. And let's see, you have the automatic output. So this is your like the item that you're getting out of this. So whatever you're putting in there, the output is here, and then the rich slag comes out here. And yeah, I'm going to be able to use that rich slag in the future to get myself, I don't know. I'm not really hurting for any resources right now. 266 stacks of iron ore. You know, lots of gold, lots of tin, lots of copper. Not as much copper as I'd like, but it's getting there. I took 200 stacks of aluminium out and put it in over there, so I still have plenty of aluminium. And let's have a quick look in here. Yeah, of course, not much stuff goes straight into here. So, oh yeah, I've been getting so many like Thorncraft shards, I had to split them up. So this is now Thorncraft blocks, this is just gold shards, and this is Thorncraft shards with, it's the chest that used to have all these gems in it, so I made some room. And of course I'm getting an awful lot of uranium, tungsten, bauxite and other things. Oh, we've got some iridium coming in as well, nicely. But that's because I have 3 quarries running right now. Yeah, 3 quarries running. So I actually hooked all 3 quarries up to a single point, which would be this diamond pipe. So these two both feed in, and what I did with this one, because I wanted it to basically just leave a 1 block gap, I should have moved it 1 block further over, I just raised this one up basically, and the quarry can dig down. I know there's a limit to it, but I'm not sure what the limit is. In fact, there might not even be a limit on the quarry, but the quarry has no problem digging down a little bit further. And of course I decided that there was a mountain here, but I decided to get rid of it, so I used a filler set to clear mode to just clear all of that out. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some other things. I had a lot of stuff to show, because I did an awful lot of stuff off camera while getting other stuff working. Now I can't find my way back home. Ah, it's over here. Whee! Through the portal. So let me just sleep away the night quickly, and then we'll get on to what I actually meant to do this episode. I've just spent basically 10-15 minutes showing you all the stuff I've been working on without showing you the most important thing. It looks so awesome from afar. So, in my inventory, what do I have? Ah, I'm actually missing one thing. Well, 9 things. And that would be some glass. So, I've been working on a little system, and I want to get it running. I've had some bees ready to run for a very long time, and they're getting agitated just sitting in the chest. I'll tell you what, let me just hook this up to, let's just go normal power line out, that'll work fast enough. Yeah, there we go, leave that running for a little bit. So you guys have all seen the bees and stuff I've got going. You've seen my like super breeder, and what I'm doing right now is just running some different bees through there. I bred myself up to the classical line, which is like Roman and stuff, and let's see if I can find it in here. It's quite a nice line. There you go, Gothic, Renaissance and Classical. And basically the Classicals produce royal jelly faster than the Imperials, I believe it is. Yeah, Imperials 5.1 minutes, Classical 3.1 minutes, so they produce it a lot faster. And every once in a while I just go around and chuck a bunch of chocolate frames in all my apiaries, just to get the bees to run faster, give me more output. And I've been stockpiling Alveary blocks. That may not seem like a lot, but that's 1600 scented panelling. So, you know, 1600. That is a fucking lot to make. That took me so long. I actually thought I'd have more than that. Oh man. But these rock bees right here have been producing fantastically for me. I set them up to auto-produce perfect drones so that I wouldn't have to make them. And I've made a bunch of perfect princesses. Every single one of these bees has the exact same traits. The only difference is one's rocky and one's a princess and one's a drone, sorry. So they all have up and down to temperature and humidity tolerance. Their flower is rock, they're all nocturnal, they have cave and flyer, they have fastest and longest, and 4 fertility. And up in here is some bees that I've been working on for a little bit of fun. So we've got my lapis ones that I made on camera, then I've got sodalite, glittering, which is gold, shining, which is silver, I think. I might be wrong about that. And I've got a bunch of Stark bees, because I broke into the Thorncraft line, and I've got a lot of stuff planned for them. I've got the Edenic, which are the ones that give experience, and I've got a big thing planned for them. But right down the bottom is what I said I was going to make a long time ago. These are my valuable bees, and the valuable are the ones that produce platinum. Now I've got one set of valuable bees running in an alveary, and so far they have produced quite a bit. In fact, that is a fair amount of platinum. They only produce platinum every, what, 3 hours? So that's 43 platinum and 3 tiny piles of dust. So 43 and 3/4. Huh, I like the way the numbers synergize there. Platinum right there. And if we look in here and find the valuables, I think they're quite far down. Not this far down. Valuable bees, they produce every 2.5 hours they produce a platinum comb. But I have a system which I believe, if built right, the cheap version of this system can make them produce a valuable comb every half an hour? No, not half an hour, every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes, roughly. And the expensive version will make them produce a valuable comb every time their life ticks over. So every 27.5 seconds, if that is still the case on how long a bee life tick is. So, I'm building myself another bee shaft, like I have here for my fuel bees, which still has room for expansion down the bottom, remember that. I'm building myself a valuable shaft, and I should probably think up a better name for that, because I can see that getting misquoted and going very wrong. Yes, welcome to my valuable shaft. I keep lots of little buzzing things in there. No, they don't vibrate, they buzz. So, what did I come back for? Oh, wrath lamps, that's what I came back for. I love me some wrath lamps. There they are. So wrath lamps are absolutely amazing. Oh, I still can't help but think that, but feel like they create lag. Just because of the way they work, it just feels like they would. And this is Dunzo's, so I'll take that. And I'll take you as well. Lovely. Now, the centre block, don't fall all the way down, it's a long, long fall. I just love watching this as all the torches spawn. So I'm going to need another one about here or so. I'll get the spacing exact when I actually put in the alvearies. But basically I have... Oh, fuck me, I need more. Damn! That's iridium! I just found iridium! You notice how it takes so long to mine? With a diamond efficiency 5. That is iridium. Oh! Oh, I've not seen that like at all. I never see them, they always just get picked up by my quarries. So I'm going to have to show you what to do with iridium. Now, the iridium ore is so rare, it's roughly 1 in every 25 chunks. So you can pulverize it to get 2 iridium and platinum, or you can macerate it to get 2, or you can industrially grind it. And I like to industrially grind with the mercury cell, so you are guaranteed the platinum dust and 2 iridium ore. That is insane! Oh, you know, I don't think I can get rid of this. I think I'm going to have to put this somewhere, like on display. For now, it can take a barrel. This iridium ore, the first of many that I plan on finding, can just take a barrel, and that can just go in there for now. Oh, that is awesome! See, I've got, what, 16, 17 stacks of UU matter, but I'm still this excited when I find a real piece of iridium. Especially since, if I had dug this 1 block lower, I wouldn't have found that. That is incredible. Oh man, I love that, it's just so random. So yes, anyway, back to the bees. This should be roughly the right height, 65 down to 18. Yeah, I need to fit 10 alvearies in here. So I should need about 50 blocks of space. And each one of the alvearies is going to be fitted with a it's going to be fitted with a valuable princess and a valuable drone, which means I'll have a 10 times faster workforce. Which means if they had been producing the whole time, which they've been ready to produce since I basically made my first one, because I've just made them instantly. But enough of that. Anyway, if they had been producing this whole time, we would have 500 platinum, roughly, just from bees. But I'm going to build the new system, which will... I can't guarantee, because it's really hard to do these tests. especially when you try and stay out of creative. I'm trying to do as much of this as I can in game, but I'm trying to do my testing in my single player, just to like in my legit world, just to see, just because it's fun. It's like makes the testing harder. But I would like to show you the basic idea behind it. So let's use this up here. So here we have frame housings. These are nice. They're the blocks that allow the alveary to hold frames. And here we have smart pneumatic tubes. So you may not know this, but it is actually possible to pipe into an alveary. You can pipe the frames into the alveary. And just because I want to be awkward about this, I am going to put this one... Right, so that's there. There. Oh, oh no, didn't knock any levers off, did it? No, it mainly just went along the floor. I don't think there's anything to knock off. Good, I had that problem before. But, yeah, I just don't want it going past the same inventory twice. I just think it looks a bit shabby. So what we're going to do is we are going to connect up a tiny little system. Like, this system is ridiculous. So basically, we want a transposer. Right, yeah. That's even the right direction. Excellent. And we're going to want a barrel. Yeah. Let's move that transposer to here. That's the filter. Give me the transposer back. There we go. Yes, and then we're going to want a barrel. And this barrel is going to be for holding things, amazingly. And I'm even going to extra dimensionalize it just because I can, really. And we are then going to have a pneumatic tube on top. And above that, a fabricator. So, what... no, we need something to actually... Yeah, we're just going to put a pneumatic tube there for no reason. Nothing's going to actually happen. In fact, it would just be a lot quicker and simpler if I used a wooden autarkic gate. So I'll set that up in a minute. But basically, this is going to have a... I've only got a normal chest. Say a diamond chest. It's going to have a diamond chest sat next to it, or maybe something else. But this is going to mass craft a certain item for us. I really don't need to be sneaky anymore. You guys know exactly what I'm doing. This is going to mass craft frames. Now there's a lot of frames to choose from. Let's see. You have the 3 original ones, and then you have the upgraded original, and then you have the Thorncraft frames. Now I already have a decent backlog of these magical frames. I made quite a few of them one day just because. But they're not as easy to make as you might think, especially since they have to be made one at a time. Where the hell am I going? Thorncraft base is over there. See, it's even got a marker above it. Could not miss it. Yeah, it'd be nice if the world loaded in. There we go. So, yeah, I've got 100 magic frames, and I've got some untreated frames here. And so basically, the only difference between untreated, impregnated, proven and magical frames, the main difference is that the magical frames actually consume a little bit of vis from the local aura to work properly, but that's no problem because it's a tiny amount. But in the amount of frames we're putting in there, might be a problem, so probably not going to use those. The impregnated frames require impregnated sticks to craft. I've got some impregnated frame there. Yeah, they require impregnated sticks, which requires log and seed oil in the carpenter. That's very automatable. So I think I'm probably going to go with that. Now you ask why not use proven frames? Proven can only be gotten from villagers, and that's just kind of annoying. But they do have this nice bug where you can cause them to stack. See, I've got like 6 and 5s of proven frames in here. So that's a good bug. Oh, I've got a bunch of princesses sitting in there. Awesome. So the other main difference between them is their durability. Each of the standard frames, impregnated, proven, magic, even the untreated and the resilient frames from the Thorncraft resilient frame and magic frame. What they do is they were added to the game to offset the Alveary debuff, where in an apiary your bees only produce 70%, and in an alveary they produce 100%, but you can't put frames in there. These have 3 frame spaces, and taking advantage of the fact that you can put frames in alvearies with this very system, what we're going to do is we're going to pump as many frames into one alveary as we can, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. I did a little bit of testing earlier, but of course I don't have that set up because I wanted to make it look all fresh for when I started. But each frame will increase the rate of bees' production, and I believe their lifespan, by 10%. Now, I could be super awesome and sneaky about this, but it would be very hard to automate. And what I could do is, let me just grab a Terminurmicron. Got 3 of them in there. Now, if I used from Thorncraft the temporal frame, which significantly extends their lifespan, and also used maybe a bunch of chocolate frames or the metabolic frame, they would produce extremely quickly, and that is one of the ways of getting the bees to produce basically a platinum comb every single bee life tick. But that is extremely hard to do, and takes quite a lot of vis from the aura, and yeah, you can automate, but it needs to be turtles to automate Thorncraft, so fuck that. So I'm just going to go with probably the impregnated frames, and it's going to be an awful lot of work to get all this set up and going, so I'm going to do most of it off camera, and then I'm going to come back with my test demonstration here, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, I am back, and I have an alveary here, and oh, my energy's about to run out. That's not good. Basically, you know what, I just need to go and recharge my energy so that I don't fall down the hole and get stuck and have no way of getting out, because that would be really, really bad, you know? So, yes, I have completed my, my first mega production alveary, like ridiculous production. And I just wanted to do a test on camera to show you guys quite how fast it is. What do you mean no fuel? You get powered from here. Yes, thank you. Bloody things. Anyway, yeah, I meant to be doing this quickly because I need to kind of finish up this episode and get it uploaded, because it's supposed to go out in a couple of days, and if I don't start uploading it now, it literally won't be done in time. So, just show you here, an alveary can have pretty much all blocks, but the middle, the faces on the outside, and one extra, so that you can pipe the bees back in. Because what I'm going to do here is have a wooden autarkic, and then the apiarist's pipe. So you need 2 touching so that you can pipe the stuff back in. But my frames have been loaded into every frame housing, and I'll just show you quickly what I did here. I made a fully automatic system. So we have a barrel full of wool cards that's also going to be filled with wool. I tested to make sure. The fabricator will use a wool card of any durability, and any colour wool will turn it into string. And this will be filled with wood, turned into planks, turned into sticks, sticks pulled out, and then it all goes into this barrel, which is going to be able to hold 65,000 of them, so I shouldn't have to worry about it like overfilling. And then we have a filter right here, which will what's the word, put the frames into the alveary. I tried using pipes, no, item tesseract, but it didn't work for some reason. So I have to run the well, I'll try another couple of things. There's some other things I can try, but it looks like I may have to run the things there on its own, which wouldn't be too good. So yeah, let's take a look at quite how fast this is. basically that's 3 on each corner, so 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 frame housings will work with this Alveary. And if I put in my valuable princess, valuable drone, so this should produce pretty damn fast. Like, they're supposed to produce every, what was it, 2.5 hours? I don't know. It's been a very long time since I came down, since I was recording that last bit. So I'm just going to go and check this quickly, and this will give the bee like a minute or so to work, and we'll see just how fast we can get it to produce. And because I'm using completely renewable resources in every aspect of this, these are free, basically. And it gives me something awesome to build. So it's supposed to be every 2.5 hours. Oh god, I'm tired. Ooh. Sorry, I shouldn't be yawning on camera there, that's terrible. So let's see. Oh, look at that. The first life tick, so 27 seconds, it produced a platinum comb. And now we wait and see when the rocky comb next goes up. This is going to be, there you go, it ticked again and it's made another platinum comb. So by the looks of it, this system is going to make a, if it's got fastest, you know, all of these untreated frames will make a platinum bee produce a platinum comb every 27 seconds, or 1 tick of a bee's life. I'm going to test this a little bit more thoroughly. Wow, it sounds like I'm blowing out my microphone. I'm going to have to, I've readjusted some settings, I'll have to do that again, I'll have to check them. But yes, it appears this is a platinum comb every 27 seconds. I'm going to need a new bee centrifuging system just to handle the intake from these, especially since I'm going to have 10 of them, and they're running for free. It's a few untreated frames, that's all. So yeah, if you have any resource you want, bees have been nerfed since, like, the original bees gave full piles of powder, of dust or whatever, and then GregTech come in and was like, oh no, fuck that, these bees are going to drop, you know, they're going to drop tiny piles. They can get fucked if they think they're getting full piles from these bees. And then the creator of forestry also decided that the bees were producing too often, so they nerfed the bees. And what did I come in here for again? Ah yes, that's what I came in here for. Do I have a brown bag? Drop that. Ah, fucking moth flying in front of my screen. Brown bag, yes. So let us take some wool. I'll tell you, let's just drop some on the floor. Well, you know, I have a sheep spawner, so wool is not a problem. I was originally going to use a thing, a hoobity boobity what's it, a jubity? A spider spawner, a tier 5 spider spawner, because I have a really nice idea for a build, which is going to use a tier 5 spawner of some kind, but I haven't found a decent time to implement it yet. So there we go, we'll put that in there. And we'll start making more string, and the string is really the easiest part, especially since it's 8 sticks for 1 string. So yes, this bee has quite a long life and extremely fast speed. Basically every time its life ticks over every 27 seconds, it's going to produce 2 rocky combs and 1 platinum comb, sorry, 1 platinum comb. And I happen to know that a system like this buffs the speed of a normal bee to ridiculous proportions. Say if we take, what am I short on? I need more pollen. So if we take an industrious queen here, and we put her inside instead of our valuable bird over here, bird bee, the birds and the bees, I'm so funny. I'm not sure if your flower is rock or not. I can't remember how I bred you. Your flower is flowers, typical. So I'm going to need a flower down here to test this theory out. But the way I understand it, and the way my testing has showed it to me in the past, because this isn't, like, I've never built this whole thing before, but I've tested different aspects of it, piece by piece, and then put them together and just sort of prayed they work. I'll take that piece of dirt, and I'm going to need me a flower. me a flower. Ooh, flowers. Where am I going to find flowers around here? It's not like I have thousands upon millions of them. I'll put that there. Put a flower on there. Now you're happy, you whore. So, the way it's worked before is when her life ticks over, she, like originally she would have produced in way less time than this, like multiplies by. So she'll actually produce 2 or 3 or 4 pollen at a time, which is really nice. And I mean, you could load this same thing. There you go, 2 pollen at a time, 2 stringy combs at a time. So if I really need it, I can get 2 pollen every 27 seconds from Industrious Queen. But this whole system was set up to give me ridiculous amounts of platinum. So that is what I'm going to be playing with for now. Put my valuable queen back in there. I want to see quite how much she gets out of an entire life. Especially since she has a longer life, and it seems to be going really quick for a longer. So let's just put you back in Mia, like so. And pollen in the barrel. I really need more pollen. I have nowhere near enough Alveary blocks. To build 10 Alvearies, I need 270 blocks. And I've got a few frame housings and a few Alveary blocks on me. Let's see, 128, which is 2 stacks. 45 frame housings. So 2 and 3/4 stacks. And to get 270, what am I going to need? Like 3.5 stacks? 4 stacks? I don't know. I don't math well when I'm tired. But yeah, this is the basic idea. So if you have any bees which produce, and remember, the platinum bees or valuable bees are the slowest bees out of any in existence right now. So these, every 2.5 hours. Say the shining bees, which is silver, 1.3 hours. Glittering, resolute, lapis bees every 30 minutes. I could produce so much lapis. Ooh, that's interesting. And it's also interesting how it 2.5 hours goes down to 27 seconds, and 7.6 minutes goes down to 13 seconds. So yes, this actually, because I never fully tested this system, I didn't realise that even a cheap system like this would produce so rapidly. So I may have to get, say, some refined bees running in a system sort of like this. It's not hard to do. All it requires is wool or string, and if you use wool, you need wool cards. And wool cards have what, 64 uses each. So a 1 wool card will do a stack of wool, and then some logs. And I mean, this stuff could be fed in via item tesseract if I really wanted it to be. And this little birdie in here is still running, I believe. Let's check. Yeah, so she's wow, that is ridiculous. Okay, this system may be rather expensive in terms of Alveary blocks, but a single bee running in this, like if I ran a the one that produces stringy combs, what was that? That was Industrious. If I ran an Industrious queen in this for a full life cycle, it'd probably give me a stack of pollen, which is, you know, enough to make 8 more Alveary blocks. Wow. So that sounds really bad when you say it like that. But yeah, this is the system I am planning to use. So not only am I going to be running 10 valuable bees, I'm going to be getting 2.5 platinum every 20 seconds, and this is where the frames have been are needed, and hopefully all the frames will get into the housing before she ticks her life over again. I don't think so. I think her life's going to tick over 25, 26, 27, yeah. But there was enough frames in there, so I might not even need all of these. I'm going to do some testing, because the fewer frames and Alveary blocks I can use, well, frame housing blocks I can use per thing, the bigger my savings, and of course the less like pneumatic tube I can use, so the cleaner I can make it look. So yeah, I'm going to do some testing off camera. But for now, that's your lot, you greedy bastards. You've just seen the most productive bee in the world. 2.5 hours. Nah, fuck that. Call it 27 seconds. Peace out.